All right, what's going on? What's going on? Hope all is well. Just hopping back on here. Wanted to jump on and talk about AI today, right? AI is something that is inevitable. It's something that it cannot be stopped. It's happening whether you are aware or not. It's something that you can't victimize yourself and say, "Oh, this is happening. This is taking opportunities." Like at this point, it's not you can't sit up there and continue to just be paralyzed about what AI is doing right now. Let me just kind of tell you my last year and a half, 2 years. I adopted Chat GPT probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, maybe 2 years. I'm really, really being graceful on the 2 years, maybe a year and a half ago for sure. And I started using Chat GPT. It was more so just like I'm just using it. It's kind of whatever. I'm just kind of asking some questions, just trying to get used to it. I did that, and I was wanting to get familiar with it and just learn what everyone's talking about when it comes to AI. And this is just one aspect of AI, Chat GPT, right? So you can go in, and if you're not really sure how it works, you can go in and really find any sort of information that you want by typing into this AI sort of database to go find all the information gathered from multiple sources. That's kind of how it works for the most part. It's called large language models, is what it is. Now, when I started first using it, it was more trivial. I asked a couple business questions, asked about some workouts, just like some basic stuff. Fast forward a year and a half later, listen, Chat GPT helped me write my business plan, helped me come up with some marketing concepts, helped me do, just lay a lot of things out to help me in a lot of different areas. In fact, I teach people also how to create a one-person business using social media. I'm sorry, AI as one of your partners, so you don't have to have a lot of overhead and things like that. So that's another aspect of my consultancy. That's how serious AI is becoming at this point. So let's just be clear on this. AI is taking out all low-level jobs. If we're flipping hamburgers, if we're doing kind of assembly line type of stuff, or if we're doing anything that's kind of like low skill, AI is coming for you. And I think there's a 5-year window where it's like if you don't have certain types of significant trading, trade-based, exclusive skills, like AI is gonna most likely wipe out that position. I'm even going as far as talking about universal income. It's something to look up. Now, I'm not going to come up here and spit out a bunch of AI data and try to figure out and talk about the depths of AI. I mean, you know what time it is. You can go do your research. You can go figure out, what you need to know about AI. Just know that it is the real deal. I was just working on something yesterday with the site is called, it's right here. It's called MaxClaw and OpenClaw, where you can have automations running that feed you information about your business, feed you trending analysis, feed you a bunch of just like whatever you want. You can preset it to where it's driving you that data news at the beginning of the day. It's like for me, I do trading on the side. So I'm setting up my claw to where it's going to drive automated information to me at the beginning of the morning. So I don't have to go sifting through this information to find whatever trade I'm going to make for that day. All right, that's just my little side stuff I got going on. And the other things that I'm doing in my business, this AI model is going to literally run the information to me without me having to go press a button. Like, this is the real deal. And that's not even Chat GPT. That's a whole different other ballgame, right? So where I'm coming from is that if you don't adopt AI, at least to a degree, or understand what it's doing, it will wipe you out. Now, this video is more so is not about leveraging AI for your business stuff. More so, we need to start at the basic level. What can I do right now to make sure that I'm not replaced by AI? Some people have businesses right now that are flourishing. Some people have businesses on the side. They're growing. But that's not even the conversation. The real conversation is right now, what type of job, what type of opportunity is available right now that will allow me to become AI and future proof, where these things can't wipe me out? Because, let's just face it, it's happening. Even the freaking taxis. If you're not sure of who Lucid is, Lucid, Rivian, these are EV companies that are basically partnering with Uber, Lyft to have autonomous driving, right? Like, AI is driving cars, right? This is real. So even if you're driving on the side doing DoorDash, Uber, flipping burgers, assembly line, whatever you got going on, and I'm not even being knocking, it's just these are outdated industrial based skill sets that are not now dying out. They're eroding. So this video really quickly is about what can I do to build a skill set that's going to allow me to not be replaced by AI. And so for me, right, there's several other things you can do. Independent adjusting, you can get into cybersecurity, you can get into, I mean, you can do, there's just so much that you can do. Businesses, I know phlebotomists, people are delivering medical supplies, courier. There's a lot of different things that AI cannot replace. To me, what has helped me get into having a six-figure income, being able to protect myself and make sure that I'm not worried about anything, because me, I'm not concerned about anything AI is doing right now as far as replacing me. I got into sales, right? Sales is the fastest way to get into a six-figure skill set that if you learn over time, you're going to learn so many little sub skills when you get into sales, from like human psychology, human behavior, being very analytical, being very disciplined, leveling up, planning, just negotiation, communication. You're going to level up on things that you can do when you get into sales. So I think majority of people should really consider sales, because AI cannot take that. You're never going to have a robot that's going to make sales and negotiate on your behalf, right? That's why I love it. I can go anywhere in the world and literally, be able to make a living for myself, because I have a skill set that is in communication. And what does this look like? Again, AI, you can call some companies, right? AI answers the phone and they're like, you can tell, right? How many times have you called someone and you heard this little weird voice on the phone? They're trying to have this conversation with you. AI cannot handle real world problems in a live context. They can't. You have to instruct the AI model to do what you want it to do. So therefore, when you think about it, I'm talking out of my mouth, I'm communicating, analyzing, you know what I mean, in a live conversation with tonality, context. AI can't do that. So when you have a skill set like sales and communication and being able to read energies and have the psychological understanding of how humans move and patterns and stuff like that, that puts you on a whole different level. I, at this time, have no concern or fear about what AI is doing in a lot of industries. Even if I got fired right now, I can always communicate value to people. So there is no concern at all. My only thing is understanding how I can bring on AI and adopt it and use it in my business and other things outside of what I do for a living. So so I think people should highly consider sales, because once you learn sales and communication, man, no one can replace you. And it's the most AI-proof thing that can get you to six figures. A lot of cases like, where I could be, just again, cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, I'm not knocking it as well. You can get laid off, right? Because again, there's a lot of models that are replacing cybersecurity and just different IT type of positions, admin positions. You cannot replace human interaction here. So I just wanted to hop on here, man. I actually wrote this book. Let me show you something real quick. The original book was Walk Through the Fire. I released this in 2019, and it's a great book. It talks about a lot of concepts and philosophies. And so within that was 2019. That was several years ago, obviously. But what I did recently is I released the second edition of the same book, same name, called Walk Through the Fire. It is beautifully put here. There's some nice pages and stuff like that. I'm excited because it talks about, it says the guide to rebuilding yourself from the ground up. And so where I'm coming from is the space that we're going in right now, where we got wars going on and AI is replacing stuff and gas prices are going up, uncertainty. You want to make sure that you're certain about yourself, right? You want to make sure that whatever you're doing is something that's legitimate. It's something that you can hold on to. It's something that is you. It's something that you can do long term, forever. I don't have a concern of anybody coming and taking away my value, because it's in me. It's something I developed and learned. If you can get to a point where you can develop something for you, that's a skill set that you can take anywhere around the entire world, you will not lose. And that's ultimately what you want to do in this type of space and go from there. So again, I wanted to, just pull that concept out. If you have any questions, reach out. You want to schedule a call, jump on a DM or jump in my DMs, or even just, even buy the book. The book is going to break down how to become successful, how to get the blueprint, put yourself in position to go from there. So if you have any questions, reach out. Don't be afraid. Peace. Y'all look out, man. Don't let AI take over. AI is definitely there. But if you get certain skill sets and things like that, you wouldn't have a problem with it. You can just, leverage it and make it be useful to yourself. So peace. I'm dropping a video every week on, sales, on just, foundational thinking, building your empire. And we need this. We need this, man. There's a lot going on in this world, and the last thing you want to do is get caught up in just, just a bunch of BS that this world is offering. So peace. I'll see you guys next time.